The New York Liberty tip off their season with a playoff rematch on Tuesday night down in the nation's capital as they visit the Mystics. So let's talk some Liberty hoops, and we're going to do it with the great Liberty beat writer for Winsidr, Myles Ehrlich, joins me now. Myles, what's going on?
What's going on, Dex? Happy opening day. We made it.
Yes, happy opening day, tip-off, whatever you want to call it. It's a good one for the W here today with the Liberty tipping off against the Mystics. And Myles, coming off a training camp and preseason, a preseason that we saw the Liberty go 1-1, what is this team's mindset heading into the season opener?
This is a veteran-heavy team that now has made it to the finals and has gotten a taste of what that could look like. And they really want to bring that first championship back to New York. So this is a team that is reinvigorated. They're really excited to get just back onto the court and to pick up where they left off and hopefully get past that point that they weren't able to get over the hump last year. Yeah. I think that we saw in camp, it was Breanna Stewart who had said that she was not used to losing these games, and it's Jonquel Jones who has been in these finals before. Those, I think, are the players to keep an eye on as they try to set the tone this season.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued to see how the Liberty set the tone this season as they head into this first game. And when you talk about this first game with the Mystics, Myles, a lot has changed since these two teams met in the postseason last year. No Natasha Cloud or Elena Delle Donne for Washington. The team did add first-round pick Aaliyah Edwards. Somebody new is going to become the focal point of this Mystics offense. So who should the Liberty focus on stopping in game one?
I think that we saw last year that when the Liberty played the Mystics, a big challenge for them was center Shakira Austin. And Shakira Austin unfortunately got hurt against the Liberty, a torn labrum that cost her the rest of her season. But without her at full strength, there was a ceiling on this Mystics team. Yes, they've lost some of those big parts that you talked about. But now I think Shakira Austin in year 3, a potential Olympian alongside Ariel Atkins, who's a potential Olympian, and Brittany Sykes, who's just tremendous and is just playing all out, all 40 minutes on the floor. They are not a team that the Liberty could take lightly, as we saw last year in the opener.
Yeah, and you talked about them not taking them lightly last year in the opener, as you mentioned. Liberty, they lose their season opener to the Mystics. So how important is it that the Liberty, one, get off to a good start in 2024? And then the other thing, Myles, is what are the keys to them knocking off the Mystics in game one?
It's very important. I think that the league has deepened and grown in terms of just the talent balance that we're seeing in this league. Last year, there was a gap between the Aces and the Liberty and then everybody else. This year, with a healthy Bree Jones back in Connecticut, with Seattle adding Nneka Ogwumike, adding Skylar Diggins-Smith to a team that already had Jewel Lloyd and Ezi Magbegor, there are 4 teams that I think are a cut above the rest. And the Liberty, it's really important early on to set that tone. And some key matchups. Breanna Stewart, just seeing where she's at, because the last time we saw her in the finals, she's coming off an MVP season, but she definitely struggled a little bit in the playoffs. And then we have to look at what we see on the perimeter, because both Courtney Vandersloot and Sabrina Ionescu had some trouble both on the defensive end, but also against some of the perimeter pressing that we saw from this Mystics team. So I'd love to see them come out, move the ball a little bit more. There are some exciting players that Liberty fans are going to get used to, some new names in that second unit. But the most important thing is that continuity is still there with the first 5. So have them set the tone for both the game tonight and for the rest of the season, and they'll be just fine.
All right, we will see if the Liberty can set the tone tonight down in D.C. against the Mystics as they tip off their season 7 p.m. tip there in the nation's capital. That is Myles Ehrlich, Liberty beat reporter for Winsidr. Check out his work. Myles, appreciate the preview. We'll talk soon.
Thanks so much, Dexter. Talk soon.